Good morning, my name is Calvin Carrasquillo. I'll be doing an informative speech on how to prepare or train for a marathon. Before you start training a marathon, you want to make sure that you're committed to the task at hand, make sure that you're dedicated, dieting, and exercising and training. The most important thing about running a marathon is dedication and commitment. It's a training that takes at least about 6 months before you actually do your first marathon. Now, my advice to you before you actually do your marathon, do a half a marathon or a 10 miler till you see where your training is going, how your body is coping with the training. Second, dieting. A lot of long-term runners, before the night of the run, they actually eat a lot of carbohydrates such as pasta and stuff like that to give the body energy to run. If you don't do that, your body's going to start using your body fat to use as energy. And if you've ever seen the long-term runners that do marathons like 4 or 5 times a year, they're real skinny. That is not healthy. You want to implement weight training into your actual training regimen. Once the body uses the energy that you've eaten, it goes into body fat and then it goes into muscle mass. And you want to make sure you have muscle mass. It helps with the energy. Now, before doing the marathon or doing any kind of long-term running, you want to make sure you stretch out and cool and do a warm-up. Stretching is a must. I'm not talking about a 5-10 second stretch. I'm talking about at least taking 20 minutes to stretch your whole lower body and your upper body as well. Once you conduct that, warm up. Try to get your body warmed up. Do a little sprints here and there just to get your body warmed up, the muscles warmed up to get ready for this long run. Now, during your training, you're going to go through a lot of ups and downs. Health benefits to running marathons and training is losing weight, cardiovascular disease decreases, your blood pressure decreases. Let me see my 2x5 cards here. Make sure you do all this before the training. Now, one of the things you want to look at to prevent, like I said, preventing injuries while you're training, stretching, wearing supportive shoes. You're going to go through 2 pairs of tennis shoes probably in the 6 months that you're going to train, and a third one right at the time of your marathon. You might want to break those shoes and do at least a couple of laps with those shoes on so they'll be ready for your feet. Body factors that dictate how well you're going to run. Weather is a must. Weather is one of the biggest things in doing a marathon. If you've ever seen, most of the marathons are in probably the fall, springtime. Fall, the temperature is cool, environment makes a big difference. If you're going up and down hills, terrain, it affects the way you're going to run. Dehydration is a big thing. Make sure you're carrying something with you that can hydrate you. Powerade, Gatorade, vitamin E water, everything like that. You want to make sure you take something with you. And usually in the marathon they have different spots where you can actually hydrate. Try to train in the morning. It's the best time. The temperature is cool. It helps you. If it's too hot, you're going to dehydrate very quick and your body's going to go into muscle failure and you're not going to be able to finish the training. What happens to your body during the race? Serum and urinary magnesium and iron concentrates are decreased. So you need to replace all that. Bananas, Gatorade, anything like that, you have to replace in your body. Now, these are statistics about running a marathon. Like I said, you're going to be going through 2 pairs of tennis shoes. Number of miles in a marathon, 26.2. Half a marathon, 13.1. Army 10 miler, 10 miles. Average cost to run a marathon is $67. You can get sponsorship for this to cut down the cost of the actual entrance fee. And on top of that, they have a buffet that's included in the price right before the marathon. It's all mostly pasta. It's good carbohydrates to have for energy. You're going to need that. So that's something that you want to look at. It's already included in the price, so enjoy it. Don't eat a lot, but eat enough just to get you through that run. Uh, Record time for the fastest marathon ever run, 2 hours and 3 minutes. That's like excellent. That's an hour probably in 13.1 miles. That's very good. Now, when you start your training, your average number of miles ran per week during marathon training should be 40 miles a week. 6 months before the marathon, you should be up to that already. Because once you hit on that, you're going to be doing 26.2 miles. It's going to help. Let me see. Here's the average number of calories a woman burns during a marathon: 2,880 calories. That's like a meal, like a week of eating, pretty much, or probably 5 days. I'm not sure, but depends on how much you eat. Now, total number of U.S. marathons held annually is 570 marathons a year. Total number of people who finished a marathon in 2011 was 551,811. That's a lot of people. Average amount of people who finished an individual marathon in 2011 was 271. And one of the downsides to running in the long term is called spinal cancellous bones density. Eventually your back loses a lot of the bone density, so it becomes very fragile. It can be a problem. That's why a lot of long-term runners have back problems. There's another injury called plantar fasciitis, which it happens to a lot of long-term runners, and it involves the bottom of the heel as a tendon, and it stretches out when you come down on the pavement, and it stays stretched out. So you have to get it back to what it was, and it takes a while to heal from that. Your knees is another thing. The pounding on the pavement affects your knees as well. But that's pretty much it. If it's a good training to do if you really want to challenge yourself. It can really become part of your life. Even to this day, I still run when I can. I haven't trained yet for another one, but I'm willing to do it again. But we'll see how life dictates. And that's all. Thank you.